I'm Roger.
And I'm Adam.
And welcome to another episode of RC Street Shop's Product of the Week.
That's a lot of energy for someone who's just getting over a cold.
Well, you know.
All right.
I'm trying.
You are.
I'm going to bed now. Later, everybody. Today we're talking about the Traxxas Aton, which is kind of a mid to large size GPS-enabled quadcopter, a brand new product from Traxxas. We just got this in about a couple days ago, right?
24 hours.
Yeah.
A little over 24 hours ago this showed up. A lot of people have been calling the shop asking about this. Been a lot of eyes on it, and here it is.
Yay!
Yay! It's them kind of trying to, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing here, but it's an interesting mix of technology, and we're going to get into that. Right out of the gate, Traxxas.
Everyone knows who Traxxas is. If you watch this video and don't know who Traxxas is, then, well, I suggest you hit stop and do a little more research because you've been under a cover for the last 15 years.
Yeah, obviously they're probably the biggest RC car maker in the industry.
Hands down.
Yeah. And they're kind of known for quality and sturdy construction and just real user-friendly for folks that are new to the hobby.
Right.
And they're applying all that to the drone scene. And I'll be honest, the drone scene kind of needs it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a lot of shady characters that are making multi-rotors. A lot of companies like DJI who don't have very good service.
Yeah.
And DJI, you know who you are.
Yeah, you know.
Someone like Traxxas steps in with a quality product and good service that Traxxas is known for. It's kind of refreshing to be able to know that we can sell this to somebody and know that if they don't come back to us for help, that whoever they go to with Traxxas should be able to take care of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, out of the box, you get the drone, obviously. You get the props. You get an extra set of props.
Right, pretty standard.
Charger, battery, controller, and in addition, we're going to get into this in a minute, it's camera-capable quad. So it has an extra pair of legs to lift it up off the ground to give clearance, and a GoPro mounting bracket.
Right.
Which is handy. So
if you want to film.
If you want to, I want to buy something, but I may want to get into filming and all, and all of that. And I'm really looking to buy something that's not going to short me down the road.
Right.
This may really be sort of the answer to that question.
Right. Something I wanted to mention is this drone kind of placates on the fact that if you buy a decent camera drone that takes a video as nice as a GoPro does, you really aren't buying something that you're going to have fun flying. It's more of a tool than it is a toy, like I tell customers. This kind of bridges that gap. This has the ability should be able to take some pretty impressive photos, and with the camera on it, should be able to be a lot of fun to fly because of the different flight modes built into it. And that is something that has not been available yet on the market. You either have little drones that are fun to fly, that really have video that's not something you really want to show anybody.
It's an afterthought.
Right.
It's a feature, but it's not the thing.
Or you have these big, expensive GPS drones that follow me and circle me and all these different features that really, they fly themselves. And they kind of just take a suggestion from you of where they want to go on the controller, so they stay flat, they don't move around. Yeah. You don't buy a Phantom and go out and do flips. First of all, it's $1,000, and second of all, because it won't do it.
Yeah.
Whereas the Traxxas kind of bridges that gap of getting a kind of jack-of-all-trades style quad.
So this has 3 modes, like Roger mentioned. It's got a film, a sport, and an expert mode. In the film mode, obviously, it's meant to be capturing footage using a GoPro style camera, but it also has all that correction and stabilization that he's talking about. The big deal, the auto hover as well.
Right. So what that does essentially is it's there to make sure you get a smooth picture, like not a bunch of jerking around. And like Adam said, that's going to be your ideal mode for learning on because it limits the rates that it can go back and forth. So when you're flying around, it's not going to be super responsive. So it gives you a lot of leeway for mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Then moving into the sport mode and the expert mode. Sport mode basically turns the hover auto mode.
The altitude hold.
Altitude hold, thank you. That's the proper term, altitude hold. It turns that off, but leaves everything else on. So again, and it allows you to perform flips and barrel rolls using a button. And
it increases the rates too. So like if you are in camera mode, the drone may only lean 10, 15 degrees. In sport mode, it may lean as far as 35, 40 degrees.
Gotcha, okay.
That's how the drone gets around and flies more aggressively.
And then in expert mode, it turns all the babysitting stuff off.
Right.
And leaves it completely up to you as a pilot.
To crash.
To crash it and lose all the money you've invested into it. Now, the nice thing is, as a novice flyer, and I really am a novice flyer, believe me, everybody here at the shop is constantly like, this is really easy to fly, you should try it, and I proceed to fly it into the wall 5 times.
He does.
Yeah, I do. I'm always hyper-focused on keeping it in the air, and while I'm doing that, I tend to be gliding into a wall at the same time.
Right.
What I like is, dare I venture into sport or expert mode, this has a feature called an airbrake that will literally, panic! And you hit it, it's no matter what mode you're in, it's going to stop it and hold it in the air right where it is.
Right.
Let you get your bearings. And I think that is a fantastic option. Also interesting to mention, and this is a big deal for people who are new to the fancier GPS-enabled drones. The expensive models have like compass calibration.
Right. Every time you buy a big drone, you've got to sit there and do a dance to calibrate the compass.
Flip it this way, and then you turn it this way. You got to basically turn it like to all corners.
And they're all different.
They're all different.
Phantom to the Unique to the 3DR, they're all different calibration styles. So you got to go through the instructions, figure out how to calibrate it. If you don't calibrate it right, you won't know left from right. This comes pre-calibrated.
All set.
No dancing required with this.
Yes, and which is fantastic. So you take all of that, and you combine that with, the controller's pretty basic, but it has a LCD screen on there that's providing information.
Right.
There's also a Flight Link software.
Right.
So this is going to allow you to do a lot of stuff. It'll allow you to turn off things like the geofencing that comes with, this has geofencing built in to prevent you from going out too far. It allows you to program return to home features. It does a lot of that.
Right.
It allows you to interact and tweak those things. Also, firmware can be updated, and that is done through the app as well. It allows you to communicate with the drone.
Right.
Apparently, features as well as being able to stream your video and things like that. Those are features that are going to be getting added down the road.
This thing sells for $399, $420, right around there.
$399. I think retail on the site is
$420.
Yeah, $419.99. That's an excellent price point. Now, obviously, you got to add into the cost that if you want a camera right away, you got to add the cost of the GoPro in there. But if you're like me and you want to get your foot in the hobby, but you're not ready to buy a $1,000 drone with a camera, this allows you to kind of get into the arena, get something that you're not going to be obsolete in 2 months.
Plus, get something that you're not going to have a heart attack over crashing.
Yeah, exactly. Traxxas is always, and we sit here, the parts are affordable.
Right.
We took this apart, not we, our technician, took this apart today to kind of get a look at.
Right. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that if you need to rewire things and replace, it's all really user friendly. We were very impressed.
Right. And another nice thing about this is mentioning crashing.
Yes.
If you buy a Phantom, even if you buy a Phantom Standard, which is the least expensive one at like $700, if you crash that hard, the gimbals on those heads will fly off and rip the wires out of the board. That is that is a $400 repair.
Yeah.
Literally, the camera is half the cost of that drone. If you crash this thing and your gimbal goes flying off with your GoPro in it, your GoPro's not going to care because GoPros are literally indestructible.
And this is probably a $15 or $20 part.
Right. And the other thing, too, is that no one supports, well, I shouldn't say no one. Everyone wants to sell you a camera with their drone. So it's very rare. The only drone we have in the shop, other than this that will take a GoPro, is the Unique Typhoon G, and that is still a $900 drone. So it's like, this thing is fantastic. If you have a GoPro and you want to get your feet wet, get one of these, because literally you're talking about spending $400.
Yeah,
and you're golden.
Yeah, it feels good. It's a heavy drone. Flight times out of the box. The Aton, there's an Aton and Aton Plus. The Aton Plus basically has a larger capacity battery, and it has a 2-axis gimbal.
Which is upgradable to this as far as we know.
Yes, so it appears you can buy the 2-axis gimbal separately. So again, if you're on a budget, you can buy the bare minimum Aton, and later on down the road, add a fancier gimbal. You can, like we were saying, universal batteries, all of that.
Another nice feature, too, is this is an RC car battery.
Yes.
This is a 3,000 milliamp standard Traxxas 3-cell LiPo. So this is the same thing you'd use in a car, whether it be a Slash or a Wrestler. So
if you're already in the Traxxas family and using Traxxas stuff, then
you're using this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a nice addition.
And if you don't have a 3-set LiPo and you buy an Aton, then you've got speed for your car.
There you go. Yeah, that's a thought.
Traxxas kind of revolutionized the small drone market with the Alias when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first gear-driven, super durable, ominous style. It was the ominous copy of the Alias.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it looks like they're on track to do the same thing with this,
Yeah.
to kind of jump into the GPS market.
Everyone will be
and
copying.
just and just create something that undercuts them and is almost as good. I mean, really, this is all you need as far as the drone goes. You don't need something that's going to follow you around.
Exactly.
And this has the ability to do that too if Traxxas decides to take it there.
All right. So I think that's going to do it. We banked a bunch of episodes. So we haven't done this in like a month. So
yeah,
we were a little rusty. We thank you for bearing with us. We
I'm
hope
sick.
you had a good holiday. Roger's been fighting a cold for a couple weeks. So yay, Roger, for being a trooper and getting on camera.
I love you guys that much.
He missed you. We missed you. So we've actually had a lot of you come in
To the store.
Since we last recorded a batch of videos.
That's right.
And it's a little weird when I walk out from the back room and somebody goes, "That's Adam from the video." Yeah.
And they come in and they say, "Hey, I saw you on YouTube." And I'm like, "Awesome."
All right. So if folks want to come check this out in person and visit us in person, where can they do that?
5521 East Spring Street, Long Beach, California. In fact, today I'm even going to tell you the zip code. It's 90808. So you can punch it into your GPS and come on down here.
There you go. And if folks want to give us a call, ask questions,
562-425-9000.
All right, we are also doing I almost forgot what I was supposed to do next. We're also doing the social media thing. We are on Twitter, RC Street Shop, all one word. When new videos go out, we always let you know there. Same thing, we do the Facebook, same thing there. We post out videos and links and interesting things that Roger is looking at through the day. And that's, RC Street Shop there. And of course, we also got the YouTube channel, and you got the YouTube videos. So please
subscribe!
Hit the subscribe button, like the video, just tell your friends, share the stuff. We do appreciate it. You guys have been leaving a lot of really great feedback. On
keep
the videos.
it coming. We love it.
It's been really cool, and we mean this sincerely. Please, if you live in the California area or you end up visiting, please come on in and be sure to let us know you found us because of the videos.
Let me sell you something.
Yeah, let Roger sell you something.
I'm pretty good at it.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get the online store working, and then I'll mail you something.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's going to do it. We'll see you next week. Bye.